Hello everyone, I am Eric Ferrandez, the head of EASA Safety Intelligence Department and the Data4Safety Program Manager. So in the previous sequence, we explained why we are doing Data4Safety. In essence, this program is a logical consequence of the acknowledgement that we are in aviation super rich in data and expertise. However, both data and expert knowledge are fragmented and scattered in the system. So this is why EASA, with the support of DG Move, started an initiative to launch a voluntary partnership that will organize a massive collection of aviation data, organize the capacity to analyze the data at the EU level, and with a strong governance to ensure data protection. So let me just insist on this. Data protection is a key feature of this program and is actually at the very core of it. This is an absolute precondition to even start a discussion on data sharing with our partners. So in a nutshell, we have done Data4Safety with the ambition to break up the silos of intelligence and provide a big picture of the EU aviation risks. So this is how we have done it. We have built a voluntary partnership with some founding members of the industry and of the national aviation authorities. We have built together a strong governance to ensure data protection and operational efficiency. And we have learned how to take advantage of the big data and data science technologies for aviation safety. This is quite a long story, and there is a wealth of lessons learned. But for now, let's not talk about how we have done it, but let's go straight to the benefits of such a system. Before we go into concrete illustrations, let me try explaining conceptually, fundamentally, why this program is good news for Europe and a game changer. So let's get back to what we want to achieve. The objective, the goal, is to identify the risks and their mitigations at EU level. To do that, we need an intelligence base to capture data and analyze them. And you could argue with me that this is already happening. After all, flight data are captured by the operators. Traffic data are captured by the ANSPs. Safety reports are captured by all the organizations and shared with the competent authorities, including EASA. So we do capture data already, and we do analyze them today. But today, each of us safety partners, we have a fragment of the data and of the analytical capacity. So we have a fragment of the picture, of the safety picture. Where this program is a game changer is that it puts all these pieces, fragments together and enable us collaboratively to build a global picture of our EU aviation system. Think of it, never in the past have we had the capacity to gather flight data, traffic data, safety reports, and more at the EU level. So conceptually, I'm sure you will agree with me that the potential is immense. On this, I would like to turn to Leo to give you some concrete illustration of what we can do. Leo, on to you.
Thanks, Eric, and hello, everyone. I am Leopold Viroles, the lead analyst of the D4S program. With Data4Safety, indeed, we open a completely new world of possibilities to manage aviation safety risks. And you are absolutely right, Eric. The pieces of information presented in the D4S cockpit are simply unprecedented. So, what do we find in this D4S cockpit? Let me welcome you on board, and let's follow together the visual pattern that we've created. On the D4S Big Data platform, we can rely on three main displays. Each of these displays serve a fundamental function of safety risk management. Monitor and detect the safety risks. For the first time, offer the possibility to benchmark your safety performance and enable an in-depth analysis of high-profile risks. Let's have a closer look first at the Monitor and Detect display. In this part of the platform, you can find a set of dashboards providing the right insights about the top safety events for the complete European aviation system. And this in near real time. Let me add that this was simply impossible to achieve before D4S. On the screen, you can see 3 top safety issues that you are all familiar with. The triggers generated by the onboard traffic collision and avoidance systems, by the onboard terrain awareness and warning systems, and the number of unstabilized approaches. It looks familiar, but you've actually never seen that before, because these indicators are built on the flight data parameters from multiple airlines representing more than 1 million of flights and 1,000 aircraft. What you are seeing now is comparable to an FDM program at the EU level. Of course, beyond the basic indicators, the platform enables to have a much closer look at each and every safety areas. For example, if we focus on TCAS, you can see the evolution of the number of triggers month after month, where they occurred in the airspace, what was the traffic density around the events, or the information reported by the crew, for example, in the European Central Repository. In other words, we can cut and slice the events in any meaningful manner. Let's have a look now at what the D4S members call the blind benchmarking. One of the most innovative features of D4S is to enable benchmarking. What do we mean by benchmarking? Let's take the example of the operators. Before D4S, they had no means, or very limited ones, to compare their performance with their peers. Why? Simply because they didn't have access to the data from the other operators. D4S enables to compare your data with your peers, of course, in a fully aggregated and anonymized manner, perfectly in line with the Just Culture principles. Also, this benchmarking is not only applicable to operators, but to any type of member organizations. As a last example, here you see how we can use the platform to perform quick investigations to check certain risk areas and rapidly understand the level of exposure of the aviation system to these risks. On screen, the animation shows how we leverage on the very modern data exploration functionalities offered by the D4S Big Data platform to explore and mine the data very dynamically. In this example, we can check in few iterations and clicks how the safety reports related to occurrences of unruly passengers are distributed across Europe and where are the hotspots. And for high-profile risks, we also undertake very advanced and complex analytics to fully understand why these risks are affecting the system and how they could be best addressed. In other words, mitigated. This platform offers a full range of possibilities in that area, from the use of advanced data science solutions, including artificial intelligence, to visual analysis, like in this example, where the approaches flagged unstable, color-coded in blue, are compared with 2 different reference periods, before the pandemic and during the development of the COVID-19 crisis. This type of analysis has, for example, enabled to understand the issues related to short vectoring during the pandemic. So, in short, with D4S, you are provided with unprecedented capacities to monitor and detect safety risks, capacities for the different member organizations to benchmark their safety performance, capacity to conduct advanced and in-depth analysis. I hope that you enjoyed this very short tour on board the D4S platform. Back to you, Eric.
Thank you, Leo, for illustrating the possibilities of the platform. In this short video, I hope you appreciate that we can give you only a glimpse of all the possibilities. All of this has been achieved as part of a proof of concept phase. This phase was limited in scope and means. Building this demonstrator, we have learned how to set up this collaborative partnership, build a strong governance to ensure data protection, and have learned how to use data science technologies to infer intelligence. And we are now ready to go to the next phase. So EASA, along with DG Move and the founding members, are working to set up the next phase to expand and develop this program. The goal is to have an inclusive program that will eventually welcome all the willing organizations that have stakes in the EU aviation system. So stay tuned. We will make some announcements very soon to explain how this next phase will be set up and how to join us if you wish so. I'm Eric Fernandez, and I thank you for listening.